Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nurul Laila and my student number is 2170 1002.
Hal pertama yang kalian harus tahu adalah bisnis kopi itu bukan bisnis kopi.
The first thing that you should know is the coffee business is not a coffee business.
Karena kebanyakan orang mikir tuh kayak gini, F&B atau bisnis yang mau gede di dunia F&B itu tuh harus fokus ke produk centric lah.
Cause many people thinks it's like F&B business who want to make it big in F&B must focus on the product. Centric product are called.
Jadi kalau lu mau bikin bisnis kopi ya lu harus fokus ke kopinya. Mau dari beans-nya, dari cara ngolahnya, dari prosesnya, rasanya, keasaman, dan lain-lain. Hey, ini wake up call ya buat kalian ya.
So, if you want to make a coffee business, you have to focus on the coffee, the beans, how to prepare, the process, the taste, the acidity, and more. Hey, this is a wake up call for you guys.
Lihat sama investor untuk bisnis coffee chain ini sebenarnya bukan cuma kopinya doang. Tapi kalau lu bayangin bisnis F&B, itu kan ada step by stepnya. Kalau step by step bodohnya untuk orang-orang awam mungkin kayak gini.
What investors see for this coffee chain business is not just a coffee, but you can imagine that F&B business have their own step by step. If the step for ordinary people might be like this.
Oke, gue punya tempat, gue beli biji kopi dari toko, gue ajarin barista buat proses kopi itu pakai mesinnya, terus gue jual ke customer, dan
Okay, I have a place. I buy a coffee beans from the store. I teach the barista how to make a coffee with the machine, and then I sell it to customer and done.
Nyatanya banyak banget bisnis di sektor ini. Sebenarnya udah bukan bersaing di sana lagi. Kita ngomong bahasanya tuh scrutinize. Gimana cara kita pecah belah seluruh bisnis proses end to end dari awal sampai akhir, hulu ke hilirnya, untuk mecahin satu kode ini, economics.
In reality, many business in this sector originally not competing over there again. We called it scrutinize. How do we break up whole business process and from start to finish to break the code, which is economics.
Atau lebih tepatnya kalau bisnis chain kayak gini adalah store economics. Owner bisnis coffee chain pemula dari awal pasti mikirnya bakal, oke, gimana cara marketingnya nih, gimana cara bikin kopinya enak nih.
Or more precisely, if the chain business is like this is store economics, a beginner coffee chain business owner from the start must think, okay, how to do the marketing or how to make the coffee taste is good.
Tapi jenis bisnis kayak Tomorrow ini udah harus bisa bener-bener kalkulasi setiap toko bisa ngasilin berapa, punya okupansi atau utilization berapa persen untuk punya pendapatan berapa.
But this type of business like Tomorrow must be able to really calculate how much each store can earn in terms of occupancy, how many percent to have how much revenue.
Tiap penjualan dari pendapatan itu punya unit economics atau rincian penjualannya. Kayak misalnya dari kopinya, cicilan mesinnya, dari listriknya, biayanya sampai sekecil mungkin biar marginnya sehat. Bikin itu semua jadi sistem, terus replikasi proses itu ke cabang-cabang lain.
And every single sales from the revenue has a unit economics and sales breakdown. It's like from the coffee machine installment and from the electricity cost to be smaller as possible for healthy margin, and then make it all into a system and then replicate the process to other branches.
Buat founder startup kayak gini, dari supply chain, dapat bijinya dari mana, food waste-nya, biaya pengiriman dari batch ke cabangnya, harga mesin yang dibeli, kapasitas mesinnya. Jadi kalian tuh bakal ngelihat bisnis itu sebagai representasi dari angka.
For startup founder like this, from the chain supply get region from where the food waste and shipping costs from the batch to its brands, purchase machine process, machine capacity. So you can see that business as representation from this number.
Angka ini sampai lu nemuin bottom line yang sehat atau tanda kutip profit, dan kalau itu sehat di satu cabang dan udah semaksimal mungkin sampai di tahap nggak ada celah, setiap toko itu ada kayak waste atau downtime, barulah itu diulangin terus
Until you found the healthy bottom line, or in the other hand is profit. If it's healthy one brands and it as maximal as possible there until there is no gap in every store is like waste or downtime. Then it was repeated over and over again.
And that's the reality of business F&B. Seluruh marketing yang kalian terima dari brand-brand kopi ini itu berhubungan dengan produk, dan itu langsung bikin stigma kita, oh berarti mereka harus fokusnya di produk, yaitu fokus di kopinya.
And then the reality of an F&B business marketing that you receive from these brands that is related to product, and it immediately makes our stigma, oh that's mean they have to focus on the product, that is focus on the coffee.